Okay, next spin, please.
Red 27, Romelu Lukaku.
Okay, there we go, Lukaku, who is on loan at the moment, so returns to Chelsea this summer. Obviously, Mauricio Pochettino is going in there. We'll find out what his next move is. He's had a funny career, Lukaku, hasn't he? Because again, like absolutely amazing back in the day, and then perhaps not reaching the heights anymore. What do you think's going on, Romelu?
Well, I always had a special connection with Rom because I always wanted to see Rom scoring goals. Every player needs to have an outstanding quality, and Romelu Lukaku is a goal scorer. He can finish with his left, with his right. He's powerful. He can get away from defenders. The problem that we had with Romelu, when I've seen it as a national team coach looking from the outside, he's been asked to do again things that he cannot do. When you start asking a player what he should be doing away from your outstanding quality, there will be moments that he doesn't fit in. If you look at his numbers in terms of goals for the national team, is the highest goal scorer in the history, highest goal scorer at Everton. You're looking throughout, the numbers are of the elite group of players playing in the forward positions. Then there is so much that is a lot of talk about he should be holding up the ball, he should be doing this aspect, he should be combining, he should be doing this off the ball. I think it's a shame when we're starting to analyse players from that point of view. I don't think he's ever been rated in the UK in the way that he's rated away from it.
I remember watching him at Chelsea, and I'm looking at him and he's getting so angry because they're not crossing the ball at the right times. They're not looking for him into his feet to turn and have a shot. But you watch him at Inter, I watched him a few weeks ago, and the ball's played into him, turn, and the one he hit in the top corner, left foot. That's Lukaku. He wants the ball at the right times, and at times Chelsea weren't doing that. And he gets frustrated, doesn't he, when he's making these runs and Chelsea were keeping it between themselves. So if he plays to his strengths, he's a goal scorer. You
have to, yeah, and I think it's a fair point. Probably the number 9 is the one that relies more of the other 10 players. Is probably a good example of what we've seen with Erling Haaland this season at Manchester City. It is important. It's about style. It's about who is your partnership or who's going to be the last man that is giving you that ball. But it's the understanding of what your number 9 can do. But clearly is one of the finest goal scorers that the game has ever had.
I want to ask what your memories are from your time at Everton.
Great memories. Great memories. At that time, when I arrived, I was the 14th manager of the history, but it just that shocked me at that time. A club with that history, you realize that there are not many managers in a club like that. And then I loved looking into the history, what Everton is and stands for. One of the most prestigious clubs in England. And at that point, our first season, we reached the record points tally, 72. And then probably we were victims of our success. We got into Europe. We qualified really well. We got into the further rounds. And I felt at that time we had to win silverware to go into the next level. And we got into 2 semi-finals of the domestic cups. We lost a semi-final against Manchester United at Wembley in the last minute. And the thin margins, I always felt that we were very, very close. I loved every second. Sometimes you need to find a way to take it to the next level. I always felt Everton needed silverware in order to compete with the teams in the Champions League or being able to break into the Champions League spots. But when I look back, the memories, they're always really, really special.
This is a question for Dallo and Fernandez and the Manchester United players. How do you beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final? Manchester United fans listening.
Someone that's done it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It is. No, I think when you say Manchester City, I think you need to specify this current Manchester City. This is a team with an incredible confidence, tactically probably one of the most flexible teams that you have in Europe. I think what you have to try to do is not allow them to be comfortable. I think if you give the ball to Manchester City and you just hope to hit them on the counter, you just hope that you're going to have your chances, it's almost impossible. They are so good at controlling games. You do need to find a way to disrupt them. I think Manchester United, in the last game that they played, they showed that they can disrupt them. They can use the pace in the 4 forward positions, the way that the team is playing on the Ten Hag. But clearly, if you want to just let me give you one specific line, is that you cannot allow them to be themselves during the 90 minutes. Otherwise, it's almost the best team to beat now in Europe.
Roberto, you're learning Portuguese at the moment,
Yes.
right? How's that going?
Yes, it's interesting because it's got it's a language that's got more sounds than any other language in Europe. But it's helping me that I speak Catalan and I speak Spanish. But yes, some of my staff members they find it a little bit tougher, but it's quite enjoyable to see.
Yeah. I actually learned it at university and I don't remember a thing. Oh, obrigado.
Obrigado.
There we go. Look
Obrigada.
at that. I'm fluent. Listen, we would love, honestly, we'd have you in all day.
So quick, didn't it?
Just been so wonderful having you in. Thank you for joining us.
Been a
Good
pleasure.
luck with everything that you do with Portugal. We cannot wait to see how that team progresses, and especially all the youngsters coming through. Thank you very much, Roberto Martinez.
Thank you, Roberto.
On
Been a
talkSPORT
pleasure.
Breakfast. Come back soon.
Thank you.
We'd love you
I
too.
will do.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.